In a quiet town surrounded by green fields, there lived a boy named Arin. Arin was bright, curious, and full of dreams. From a very young age, he wanted to achieve great things, success, recognition, happiness, and a life filled with comfort. But there was one problem. Arin wanted everything too fast. He hated waiting. If something didn't give results immediately, he lost interest. When he joined a new course, he was excited for the first few days. But when progress seemed slow, he quit. When he tried to learn something new, he wanted to master it in a week. When things took time, he grew frustrated. Arin often said to himself, "Why should I wait when others are already succeeding? I'll find a shortcut. I'll reach faster than everyone." He saw people online becoming successful overnight, and he started to believe that patience was for those who were not smart enough. He didn't realize that behind every success story he admired, there were years of struggle and waiting. One day, Arin's father noticed how restless and unhappy his son had become. Even though Arin worked on many things, he rarely finished anything. His room was full of unfinished books, incomplete projects, and forgotten goals. Seeing this, his father said, "Arin, you remind me of myself when I was young. I used to chase everything too fast, until one person changed how I saw life. Tomorrow, I want you to meet him." The next morning, they went to visit an old man who lived near the hills, Professor Rahman. He was known for guiding young people who had lost their way. The moment Arin entered the professor's house, he felt a sense of peace. The walls were lined with books, the air smelled of tea and wisdom, and the professor sat calmly by the window, reading. The professor smiled and said, "Ah, you must be Arin. Sit down, my boy. Tell me what's troubling you." Arin sighed, "Sir, I try to work hard, but I get bored easily. I want success fast. I see people achieving so much online, and I feel I'm behind. I don't know why, but I can't wait." The professor nodded slowly, as if he had heard these words many times before. He went to the kitchen and returned with two plates, one with a slice of chocolate cake and another with a bowl of green broccoli. He placed them in front of Arin and asked, "If I told you to choose between this sweet cake right now and a full delicious meal later, what would you pick?" Arin smiled. "Of course, the cake now. Who knows if I'll even be hungry later." The professor chuckled softly. "That's the exact trick your brain plays on you, Arin. You see, inside all of us, there are two parts of the mind, one that wants pleasure now, and one that plans for something better later." He continued, "The first one, the emotional brain, is impatient. It wants the reward now. It says, eat the cake, check your phone, skip the hard work. It loves the thrill of instant results. The second one, the logical brain, is calm. It plans ahead. It says, be patient, work daily, your time will come. But most people, especially when they're young, let the emotional brain win." Arin listened carefully as the professor went on. When you see a reward like a game, a video, or a small success, your emotional brain floods your body with dopamine, a chemical that makes you feel good instantly. That's why it's hard to resist. You chase small pleasures and forget the bigger dream. Arin looked down. He realized that was exactly what he did every day. Quick happiness, short effort, and endless distractions. The professor smiled again and said, "Arin, life is like choosing between cake and broccoli. The cake gives you joy now, but it disappears quickly. The broccoli may taste plain, but it builds your strength." Most people live their lives chasing cakes, small pleasures, quick results, and they never realize that the real growth happens in the slow moments. Arin thought deeply. Then he asked, "But sir, how can I stop my emotional brain from taking over? Every time I try to be patient, my mind tells me to take the shortcut." The professor stood up and pointed outside the window. "Do you see that bamboo tree?" Arin nodded. The professor said, "When you plant a bamboo seed, it doesn't grow for the first 5 years. You water it, care for it, and nothing seems to happen. But in the 5th year, it suddenly shoots up to more than 60 feet tall. It wasn't growing above the ground, it was building roots beneath it. That's what patience does. When you work quietly every day, even when results are invisible, you are building roots of discipline, character, and strength." Arin felt something shift inside him. For the first time, he understood that success wasn't supposed to come fast, it was supposed to come strong. From that day, Arin decided to change himself. He started small. He made a rule: no phone while studying. Every time he wanted to check his notifications, he asked himself, cake now or broccoli later? He created a daily routine and followed it strictly. He reminded himself, real progress is slow. Real success is earned. At first, it was difficult. His emotional brain kept whispering, just 5 minutes of social media, just one more break. But Arin learned to say no. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Slowly, his focus improved. His confidence returned. He completed what he started, and that small feeling of achievement gave him peace. A year later, Arin took part in the national science competition. This time, instead of rushing through his project, he planned carefully, worked patiently, and focused deeply. When the results were announced, Arin stood first. As he walked onto the stage to receive the award, he saw Professor Raman sitting in the audience, smiling proudly. After the ceremony, Arin went to him and said, "Sir, I finally understand. The cake is sweet, but it's temporary. The broccoli may not taste good now, but it builds you from within." The professor nodded gently and said, "That's the lesson, Arin. In life, your emotional brain will always shout, 'Now,' but your wise brain will whisper, 'Wait.' Only those who listen to the whisper reach where they truly belong." Time passed. Arin grew older and wiser. He became successful not overnight, but step by step, year after year. Whenever he met young people who were impatient or frustrated, he told them the same thing the professor had told him: your dreams don't grow faster just because you wish for them. They grow when you water them with patience, effort, and time. He often said, the cake will always tempt you, but remember, real strength comes from choosing broccoli again and again until your goals finally bloom. If you believe this story can help someone who's losing patience or chasing shortcuts, please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories like this. Until next time, be patient, stay grateful, and keep moving forward in life.